Hi, BookTube. I'm here with a currently reading, except it's gonna be a lot like last video because I haven't actually read anything new. I read more of what I was reading last week. I got disappointed with myself, but that's just the way things are. So I got The Catalyst Killing, and I have this cool little bookmark on there. It says cat lover, and it's gray and white like my cat. So yeah, I got that at a Christmas market. I'm on 180 pages, day 5 of the investigation. And yeah, there's been some interesting things in this. I'm giving it a chance to see what happens, but so this takes place in 1970 in Norway, and it has a lot to do with World War II history as well. And someone was murdered or had gone missing, presumed murdered. He was writing a thesis on a Nazi underground thing that might still be going on at this point in time. And he goes and interviews these old Nazis and portrays them in a favorable light. So that kind of gave me the ick. But I know that I don't know that there's going to be a turnaround. I suspect that there's going to be something else in relation to them that may not seem so good, because our main guy, what's his name? Colburn. He's not the best judge of character. Well, you think a good judge of character, that would be like an important attribute for a detective, but it's unfortunately not for this guy. He always falls for the stupidest people. And right now he's just I get it, that's his characterization, he's falling for this really young girl, and I'm just not really young, she's 25, but still younger than he is, and it's just dude, just but the mysteries are so good that I had to keep reading it. So we're dealing with this woman was shot at a train station, and she was trying to catch the train, and she didn't make it in time. She was shot 5 years, I want to say 5 years previously. Or maybe it's only 2 years, sometime in the past, her fiance had gone missing while they were staying in a cabin. And we figured out that he may not actually be dead. He may have gone missing of his own accord, but why? So yeah, that's how that one is going. I'm just going to throw it over here. And then I'm also reading Educated. I blew through 140 pages of this in almost one sitting while I was doing the overnight at work. Her reading is just really readable. And so, yeah, Educated. You probably heard of this. She was raised by they're not when you think of FLDS, the fundamentalist Mormons, you think of Warren Jeffs. Not that. Not at this point polygamist. I don't know if polygamy is going to come into it at some point, but her dad is very fundy Mormon, and has pulled the kids from school and makes them work in dangerous conditions, and it's fascinating, and it's also really good because it's not just it's very nuanced. You can tell the love that she has for her family, but also the acknowledgement that they're not necessarily good people. They've done some pretty horrendous things. Yeah, so yeah, it's very interesting to read. I think, I just got to the point. She's going into her second semester, I believe, at university. When she realized she finally has to read the textbooks in order to learn. So yeah, it's interesting. I'm glad I've picked it up and started reading it. So there's that. Another thing that's really interesting that she talks about that I want to talk about. And she mentions it back here. Just certain footnotes have been included because the way she remembers it, she then would call like someone in her family to, you know, kind of get their point of view on it. And it was like, how do I put it? They'd remember it differently. Like certain people being there or not being there and that kind of stuff. So yeah, that's interesting. And she's like, this is how I remember it. This is how someone else remembers it. We kind of agree on these things, but not all together. So that's quite interesting. Yeah, I need to pick up more. Just landed on a dish. I feel like I want to pick up something else too. I don't know quite what that is right now. But yeah, I want to show you some books that I bought recently. We kind of got. It's not really bonus. It was just kind of good. It was we got a raise back in April for work, and they finally back paid us. So yeah, I went and I did some Christmas shopping, and I, you know, treated myself to some books. I think I showed Fugitive Telemetry last haul. So I'll just pick up the books here. They're a mixture of new books and used books. So the first one is a Neil Gaiman children's book called Instructions. And I haven't actually read it yet. It's illustrated by Charles Vess, and I do like Neil Gaiman and his work, so I thought I'd give this a go. Oh, it was purchased in the States and somehow ended up here in Canada. It was purchased at a Borders. So there's that. And then I got this book. It looks really cute. This is by Charles Gigna. There's Good Cats, and then if you flip the book over, you have Bad Cats. So yeah, they're just like it's a little poem on each side. Aww. Cats, and then you flip it over to the other side, and let's see. Oh, that's funny. Big picture of a cat there. So yeah, thought that was cute. Okay, I'm gonna talk about, sure, I'm just gonna go in order that I'm holding them here. This one I picked up, I thought it looked really cool. The Better Life of Božena Němcová, and I believe she's from Bohemia, and she was like a very early feminist figure. I'm just gonna set it down so I can open it. And this person wrote this. It's called A Biographical Collage, and it's pretty cool because you look inside, and then there's like pictures, but then there's also, oh, that's a title page, like little words, little snippets, little pieces of letters. Like, it's really cool, interesting idea put together, and it's one of those like really nice feeling books. It just like, it feels like soft. It's really nice. I'll pick up a book just because it feels good and hold. This one's also feels nice. And this is, I think I talked about this one already, actually. I feel like I talked about these books. Probably. I don't know. I think I did. I remember talking about the Japanese translator of Anne of Green Gables. I can't remember what I did not talk about. I'm going to talk about them anyways. Just in case I have talked about this one. Sisters Bernadette's Dogs Barking. This is about diagramming sentences. I had to do that in university, and I loved it. And our teacher was great. Our professor was great. He was so engaging and entertaining. We were analyzing, that's when Weird Al's They See Me Rollin'. Yeah, he did a parody song of that, and we had to analyze music, the lyrics from that. So yeah, I picked up that book just to kind of remind me how to do it again. And then I bought two new books. I bought False Value by Ben Aronovich. This is the next book I need to read for the Rivers of London series, or the P.C. Peter Grant series. I think it's another name for it. It was only $8 in hardcover, and I love hardcover books. I know not everyone does, but that's a lovely green. That is nice. Anyways, yeah, so I kind of took a break from this because I thought that there were like all these little like short stories and novellas and everything I had to read, and I just get frustrated when like series do that and you have to like read these other things in order to understand the main series. Like, can we just have the main series be the main series and these other things just be like little fun things on the side instead of like trying to keep up with every little thing? But I think I'm just gonna hop into this without reading all those little things, and hopefully I understand it, because I've been craving mysteries, especially mysteries that I'm familiar with, which is like that Catalyst Killing book. Like, that's the third book in the series that I've been reading, so it's like something I'm kind of familiar with, but it also is kind of interesting because it's a mystery. And like Rivers of London, that's like book 8 or something. Like, I am so like into that series. And if you have a chance to listen to the Rivers of London series on audiobook, the narrator, Kobna Holdbrook Smith, see, like, that's how good he is. I remember his name, and I'm horrible with names, but I remember his name because his voice is just perfect. He's a really good narrator. I think they were talking about making this into a TV show. I don't know if they did. I don't keep track of TV shows. I plan to, and then, like, I'm still, like, I think I'm 3 seasons behind on, like, Rick and Morty, and so, like, that just kind of shows you. I just watched Supernatural again and again and again. Anywho, another book, Life Ceremony by Sayaka Murata. My collection of her available works in English is now complete. I'm very happy. I bought this new. I love Sayaka Murata, and I listened to this on audiobook initially, but did I listen to all of hers on? No, I read. Yeah, okay. So I read Convenience Store Women. They're just right here on the shelf. You can't see them. They're below Pikachu here. So I read Convenience Store Woman on ebook a long time ago, and then I read Earthlings from the library, I want to say last year, and so I listened to Life Ceremony this year, and I have all 3 on my shelves, and I haven't read any of the copies that I have, but I love them. Let's get put back on the shelf. And I know technically it's short stories, but I wanted all my Sayaka Murata books together, so they're just in fiction. I'll know she's there. Okay, I think that is it for this video. It's a little late. I have no clue what it is. I'm filming this kind of in a rush after I got off work today. I was supposed to film it yesterday, but we did baking and running around, and I'm still recuperating from my night shift. My body's just like, why are you awake at this time? Why aren't you asleep at this time? I'm so confused, jumping from like night shift into day shift again. So yeah, that's where I'm at and why I'm rambling and confusing, and this angle is really bad because I don't want to figure anything out. I just wanted to get this video done, up, and filming it. I'm low-key attempting. I'm going to say it and I'm going to fail it. But if you've noticed, I have uploaded a video every day this month for something, and I'm not going to say I'm doing it, because as soon as I say I'm doing it, I'm going to fail. I'm trying, though. I'm attempting, because I really want to. Yeah, okay. Thank you for watching. Let me know what you're currently reading.